Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. So yeah, last time out we finished off the first hub world of the game, the Terrace. So in today's part we're going to be going to the second hub world, which is the Fountain, I believe. But I thought I'd show this off. Basically, when you boot up a game fresh, you can go to the Mail Toad. Once you load when you load the game up, you can go to the Mail Toad and he'll give you 5 1-up mushrooms from Princess Peach. So you always start off with 9 lives. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Not that this game is particularly hard, but it's always nice to have extra lives. And we've got 2 galaxies to open up. Which ones are they? Alright, so we've got Space Junk. But first, we've got Rolling Green Galaxy, which is the first of, I believe there's 2. Second one is a hell of a lot harder, but the first of 2 kind of golf course levels. I said this last time, or I know I've said it before. The control for these levels are a lot better than the Stingray kind of swimming mechanics. Jump on. Hey now, if you're thinking about fuck you, billboard. I know what I'm doing. So what we have to do is jump on top of the ball. And basically you want to point the Wii remote right straight up. And then you tilt it forward to go forward, tilt it left to go left, tilt it right to go right, tilt it back to slow yourself down and to go backwards. The control is pretty good. I find it a lot easier if you kind of use it like a joystick, kind of stick it in between your legs. Stick it in between your legs and just kind of tilt it backwards and forwards. Although it's something which I've thought about a fair bit. This control's just fine, but at the same time, oh fuck. That was close. But at the same time, I also think, like, why couldn't you have just done this with the analog stick, like on the nunchuck? Why on earth did we have to have motion controls? I guess it's fairly early, yeah, it is early, 2008, so 1 year after the Wii launched. We got this, so I guess they were still, dead set on pushing the motion controls at this point, but with this I don't mind it too much because it controls just fine. And that's the end of it. We're done. And now we just have to go to the top of the flagpole. And up we go. And boop! I don't know what the giant windmill's for, but I don't know. Just looks nice, I guess. But yeah, that's the second one is a hell of a lot harder. It's actually really fun, the second one. I actually really like the second one. This one is just kind of there. But anyway, we're not going to bother save. Takes too much time. But anyway, we're done with that. And so we've now unlocked the next galaxy, but we're heading off now to Space Junk. Space Junk is pretty fun, from what I remember. It's not a terrible galaxy by any stretch of the imagination. The end boss, I remember being a bit of a pain in the ass. But other than that, it's not too bad. This one has a lot of pole stars, and it's also fairly easy to rack up the bits in this galaxy as well, just because there are so many of these kind of crystal prisons for the star bits. It's pretty good in that regard. It's also fairly quick to go through once you know what you're doing with the pole stars. once you've got the pole stars kind of down, it's pretty easy to speed through quick as you like. And down we go. Yeah, and this is where, you know, it's on these small spheres, like the small planetoids, where you really see the gravity kind of screw you in the ass a little bit. like it's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, to be honest. But it does screw you up from time to time. Yeah, I don't know why I'm collecting coins here. I need star bits. And this is the introduction to these things. Basically, you can zip yourself over to them, work like pole stars, but then you kind of attach to them, so you don't need to be constantly holding the pole star in place in order to stay on it. So it's kind of a nice little thing. They don't use it a ridiculously high amount though, from what I remember. Up we go. Keep going. And now we're introduced to these fuckers. The spiders are kind of they're kind of a pain. But if you time them correctly and you just wait for the stand under the jump and then spin under it and time it right, then they're pretty easy to beat. Now here we just want to free the toads, so let's find all the toads. And we got ourselves another one up. Yeah, I've missed one. Tom. Nope. There he is. And that brings down Captain Toad. I do love Captain Toad's theme, to be fair. Oh, sorry for jumping on your head, Toad. I'll see you in a bit, lad. I've got to go. And this is quite a nice, unique platforming thing where, you know, you go near it, and the platforms kind of appear under your feet as you go nearer to the space where the platforms should be. It's pretty fun. I actually really enjoy these sections. I really enjoy this type of platforming thing, challenge, because it's fun once you've gotten used to the control and like can go through really fast and you've memorized where everything is, and you know, taking long jumps to kind of oh, almost died. You know, to cut down on the amount of time it takes. I like that. And boop. And we've got ourselves a power star. Nicely done. Right, now the real trick, just to get back without dying. Yeah, so here I was like, take your time. You don't want to fuck this up. Take your time. Take your time. There you go. You got it. That's the first level of I can't remember the name of the galaxy. It's Trash Galaxy. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, space junk. There you go. Fucking hell. Why couldn't I remember that? Boop. And okay, so now it's the introduction of Prankster Comets. So what Prankster Comets are is they are comets which can randomly occur within levels. Only on certain they randomly occur inside certain galaxies and on certain levels of certain galaxies. So basically, when you see a Prankster Comet above it, you go towards it. And this one's a Speedy Comet. I'm going to show up. I'm not going to show off all of them. I'm just going to show off like the ones, the different types. But we're starting off with the Speedy Comet. The Speedy Comets are probably the easiest to do. So it's the Dino Piranha speedrun. So, what you have to do with this one is you are given a time limit. You're given 4 minutes to beat the stage. Yeah, and I kind of screw up immediately. I've gone the wrong way. It's based on the first galaxy rather than it's based on the first level rather than the second level. So I kind of fucked up. But anyway, we've had a little detour. Now we can move on. There is a way of getting up to this without having to use the Sling Star. If you do a triple jump on top of the Luma's head, you can get just enough height to get to the top of the the star there to get yourself to the next part of the level. There he is. Under 3 minutes to go now. So let's shift my ass. I'm gonna get crushed. Oh shit. There we go. The reason why I say the Speedy Comets are probably the easiest is because they give you more than enough time to do it. So you're never gonna, as long as you know where you're going, you shouldn't have any issues with it. Ow, my face! Get off me. So yeah, Speedy Comets are pretty easy. The one which I found the most, there we go, difficult was there are boss fights. No, there are basically the one-shot galaxies. With the one-shot galaxies, it's pretty much you have one hit point, which you can't get more than one hit point, and you basically have to go through the level plus the boss in one run with one hit point, and it can be really frigging hard to get 100% right. I guess it kind of depends on the level, because Bouldergeist is one of the ones that is one of the more difficult ones to get in one shot, because he, as a boss, is kind of a pain in the ass. My apologies, but you know, Prankster Comets, I'd say, are the ones where which can cause which can make the game really super challenging. I mean, the majority of the rest of the game is pretty comfortable. So I guess I like the Prankster Comets for a bit of variety and a bit of a challenge mode kind of thing, but they're not too difficult. And we're done. So basically, yeah, you're just going through the... This is why I don't really want to show them all off, because it's basically just going through the same level again, but with a different stipulation. Like, there's one where you have to go through one shot, one where you have a time limit, one where you have to race against a clone of yourself. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more Prankster Comets other than that. But if you want to get all of them, there is a way to kind of manipulate the Prankster Comets so that the ones that you haven't done yet show up. And that is to talk to the purpley black kind of Luma that we saw right next to Rosalina. You talk to him, and basically he will give you free passage. He will basically, you pay him a certain amount of star bits, and he will, change the location of a Prankster Comet for you. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, we're on a new level, and this one, to be fair, I actually kind of enjoy. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of the Space Junk theme, But it is a really fun level to kind of go through, and I like the boss at the end of it, so... Let's get it. Oh, what am I doing? And it's kind of a different one in the fact that you don't have the same starting point, you have a different starting point with this one, which is different from a lot of other galaxies. Hello, Bunny. So basically, this is tutorial. It's basically telling you to jump and then spin, and you can get items. That way you get a bit of extra height. It's also teaching you about the long jump. Shit. And it's also teaching you about the backflip jump in order to reach higher items and stuff like that. But to be fair, I think... Which I think is not really necessary. Just because through experimentation, I think you're going to get that shit. You know what I mean? Like, through experimentation, you're going to learn those things kind of as you go through the game anyway. So I don't think that tutorial little section there was really needed. But hey, can't win them all. I guess you have to have... It is aimed at kids, so I suppose you have to have some level of tutorial. And we got Magic Koopas. It's not actually Kamek, though. That prick. Yeah, I could have died there. Alright. So now we need to get this shell again. This is something which is kind of different for a 3D Mario game, I think, up to this point. I can't remember. I don't think in 64 there were like just shells on their own. But I think there were Koopas, and you could knock the shell off them, but I don't think there were just shells on their own to complete challenges like that. You always want to drop down here, because going to here and holy shit, it's the mother load. It's pretty much, it's almost a guaranteed one-up every single time, as long as you're collecting a decent amount of them throughout the rest of the level. See, now we have some Koopas. Yes. And they also have red shells. Red shells are different from green ones. Oh, well, that sucked. They have homing properties, so as long as you shoot relatively close to the enemy, it will home in on them. Kind of like, they're given the same kind of properties as they have in Mario Kart, whereas the green shell will just go like directly in front of you, wherever you, in the direction that you throw. The red ones will slightly home. You still have to aim it kind of close to them, but it will, if you're slightly off target, it will kind of home in on the target, which is kind of nice. There aren't too many of the red shells around though in the game, from what I remember. So I'm kind of angry that I messed that one up. He's got the power star, that son of a bitch. This isn't Kamek either. I think this is... I don't think he has a name. He's just like a giant Magic Koopa. So yeah, it's really easy. Basically, he shoots a fireball like that, dodge it, and then he shoots a green energy, and that turns into a shell if you spin attack it, and then you throw the shell in his face. Like I say, it's a pretty simple boss fight. Shit. And now for the final phase, he throws a bunch of Magic Koopas, a couple of Magic Koopas at you, which is a bit of a pain. But the nice thing is with Magic Koopas is that it's guaranteed. It's a guaranteed kind of. Oops. Damn it. Yeah. And also the green shells, you can just let them land on the ground. You fucking bitch. Asshole. Throw it at his face. There you go, he's dead. I don't know whether Magic Koopas are he's or she's. I think they're supposed to be she's. But I'm not 100% sure. To be honest, it really matters, but whatever. It's a fictional character. It's a tortoise-looking thing. Anyway, we've got the... that's the Power Star God. That is one of my favourite levels in the whole game. I really enjoy that boss fight as well. I think that boss fight comes back in a later level, I'm pretty sure. But there we go. And we got a new galaxy opened up. And so yeah, we found the enemy base. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part of Super Mario Galaxy. Join me next time when we're going to be heading through... when we're going to be continuing through the fountain. Fucking hell. We're going to continue through the fountain. We're finishing off Space Junk and moving on to the other galaxies in the region. So join me next time for the next part of Super Mario Galaxy. See you next time.